Alright, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Right now it's nighttime. It's around 9:30 at night. I'm about to cook dinner, and I have a shitload of chicken that I'm gonna prep. Sometimes I'll go meal by meal when I cook, but when I have chicken breasts, they go bad pretty quick when they're in the fridge. And also, I don't want to pop this open and just put it back in the fridge and have cooked chicken breasts and uncooked chicken breasts. So I'll just cook the whole thing and then prep the rest. But yeah, I'm just gonna show you guys how I cook chicken. All right, so when I cook any meal involving rice, I always start off with the rice, just because while you're prepping everything else, the rice will be cooking for you. Kind of avoids an extra 20 minutes of waiting. I usually go with a couple cups of white jasmine rice. A couple cups is plenty for multiple meals, so like I don't want to cook rice every time I eat meats. Personally, I don't like to cook the whole breasts. Like, I don't like to cook each one completely. I cut them up and then cook them, so that like when it's cooked, it's all in bite-sized pieces. It's just easier to eat, easier to get down, and just more simple. Alright, now all you gotta do is pretty much just cook the chicken. Throw it in a pot or a pan. Put some avocado oil, obviously, beforehand. Prevent it from sticking. Cook it, flip it, season it with salt, garlic, pepper. Serve it with the rice, and then I'm also gonna have green beans with it. That's pretty much it. I'm just gonna plate it all. I'm gonna fire up some green beans as well. They're in the freezer. All I gotta do is just put them in the pan with the chicken and then cook them until they're not frozen. Plenty of my like nighttime meals are just like rice with a meat and then a vegetable. I have been slacking in the veggies, so I gotta get on that. But you can pretty much apply the same thing with any type of meat you want. Like, I'll just do it with beef or chicken, chicken thighs, really anything. It could even be bison, ground lamb, whatever you want. She is. Yeah, you don't need to overcomplicate it. It's super simple. I don't know, I think a lot of people make up excuses and be like, oh, I don't want to cook tonight, or it's too much, but it's really not that hard. 20-25 minutes to make 2 or 3 meals. So it's really not that bad to cook, to cook your own clean meals.
Nothing else to show for all of the days that we spent carried away from home. Some things I'll never know, and I had to let them go. I'm sitting all alone, feeling empty.
So post Smith machine squat, we're gonna get into some hack squats. I'm not gonna do normal hack squats and normal Smith machine squats in the same day. So I'm gonna do the sissies on the hack squat just to isolate the quads a little bit better, a little bit more, and finish them off well. All right, so I haven't perfected these yet, but essentially the main idea is, instead of squatting normally, you put your weight on your toes and you focus on keeping everything straight from your knee up pretty much. So like as I come down, you'll see my whole upper body's straight all the way to my knee, and then everything else bends obviously to allow me to do my sissy squat. And it stretches the shit out of your quads. Probably the best stretch I get out of any quad exercise. Feels mad good, bro. Oh yeah. Also, you don't need that heavy of weight. It can be pretty light. I only have one plate on right now. Alright, that's pretty much wraps. I have one more set on this, and that concludes the leg day. Pretty solid leg day. Those first two movements kicked my ass, bro. And then, I mean, the rest is like still hard, but not comparable to the first two. It's about 2:10 a.m. and I'm drinking my protein shakes, the last meal of the day. Super late, and I just got back from the gym. Honestly, way too late of a workout, but while I was on the treadmill doing my cardio, I had a couple thoughts, and I wanted to spit it out. I kind of wanted to talk about it. It was about 10 p.m. This is going to go back to about 10 p.m. tonight. And I just finished all my work. I cooked my food. I made my last meal, second to last meal. And afterwards, I was tired as shit, right? I was super tired. I wanted to go to bed. And I told myself I was going to train today. And I was kind of met with a dilemma. And in the moment, I kind of migrated my way into my bed. Shouldn't have done that, but I did. I laid in bed for 30 minutes doing nothing, just dicking around, kind of almost not wanting to fall asleep, but wanting to fall asleep at the same time. And if I had fallen asleep, I would have woken up disappointed. And then in my notes I said I dragged myself out of that motherfucker and finished my work for the day. I wrote all this on the treadmill. I basically said, so I hit legs in my apartment gym, and the theme what I'm trying to get at is that the workout, I was low energy. It was fucking midnight when I got there, and I was just tired as shit, like ready for the day to be over. But the point is that something is better than nothing, right? I didn't plan to take a rest day today. I planned to work out. So by skipping that shit and saying, oh, well, I'll just do it tomorrow, you're letting your inner bitch voice basically tell you, boss you around and tell you like, oh, okay, just get some rest, do it tomorrow. You kind of have two voices in your head, and you have to conquer the bitch one with the good voice that tells you to do shit. If I didn't check off what I had on the list done for the day, then I feel like shit, because you're making a promise to yourself and not doing it. Every time you make a promise to yourself and you don't follow through on that promise, it's a loss. It's a minor loss. That shit will add up. Momentum goes both ways. You need to create positive momentum. Every little win you have creates positive momentum. One last point that I wanted to make is When it comes to rest days, because, you know, rest days are important, plan them out. Don't spontaneously take a rest day unless like some emergency happens, bro. Because you shouldn't be taking a rest day spontaneously. If you plan to work out that day, fucking work out that day. It's bad for your mental to promise yourself you're going to do something and not do it. Weakness is skipping on the spot when you can, when you have the ability to do so. Strength is scheduling rest when you know it'll be needed. Strength is scheduling rest when needed. Weakness is skipping because you're tired, right? If you have the ability to do so and you schedule to do it, then you gotta take care of it. Simple as that. You know, I'll go to bed tired as shit, but I'll go to bed feeling accomplished. Like, even if I do get in bed, it's kind of like a thing. If I get into bed and I didn't do what I said I was gonna do, like, it's harder for me to fall asleep because you didn't accomplish what you needed to do and what you needed to do in that day. Versus if you accomplished what you said you were gonna do that day, you could sleep like a baby. You know that you accomplished what was on the to-do list. You can go to bed feeling accomplished and wake up ready to, you know, start tomorrow's tasks. Do what you plan to do. Follow through. Follow through. Don't make promises to yourself and not follow through. I've been on both sides of the coin. And trust me, you want to be on the side of the coin that does it. That follows through, that stacks those little wins to build up. So you should strive to always be on that right side of the coin.